This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Well, good day. I'm Elena Russ. Governor Gavin Newsom made a surprise visit to Bakersfield today, walking on stage at the California Economic Summit a little over an hour ago.
I'd like to welcome to the stage former mayor of Fresno and current co-chair of California Forward, Ashley Swearingen, and the governor of the state of California, Gavin Newsom.
Now, the summit's bipartisan network of business, equity, environmental, and civic organizations is meeting at the Bakersfield Marriott, working towards solutions that balance equity, environmental sustainability, and economic growth for our state. The governor praised the work of Kern County's energy producers, but doubled down on his efforts to stop drilling in Kern County and transition to clean, renewable energy.
I am very mindful of the anxiety that all of us are feeling in the context of the other part of your question around transition, around addressing these new realities that all of us are facing. And the responsibility I have, not just to say we're going to do the right thing, but to actually do it and to prove it to you. And that's going to be hard and stubborn, and I'm not going to convince everybody, but I mean it. I come back over and over and over again with intentionality to make the case, you matter, we care, and we have a responsibility to this dynamic and extraordinary part of our state. And that's why I'm proud that you're hosting the 11th Annual Economic Summit here in Bakersfield in Kern County.
All right, we'll have much more on the governor's 20-minute visit coming up tonight on 17 News at 5. Well, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul, was violently attacked in their San Francisco home early this morning. Officials say the intruder was searching for the Democratic leader, shouting, quote, "Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy?" before assaulting the 82-year-old Paul Pelosi with a hammer. Those shouts were a chilling echo of the chants during the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol, when rioters trying to stop Biden's election searched menacingly through the halls for the House Speaker. Paul Pelosi's current condition at the hospital is unknown. The suspect was arrested and identified as 42-year-old David DePape. He is being charged with attempted homicide, assault with a deadly weapon, elder abuse, among other charges. All right, near Court Watch now, we're learning a woman charged with murder in a December crash that killed two siblings won't stand trial until next year. Yesterday, the trial of Lisa Kaur, which had been scheduled for next month, was postponed to February 6th. The 47-year-old was allegedly under the influence of prescription medications when her car went over the sidewalk at the southwest corner of Panama Lane and Hammond Way and hit J.J. Malone, age 19, and his little sister, 10-year-old Kaylee Brown. Both were declared dead at the scene. Kaur is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, driving on a license suspended for DUI, and failing to provide proof of insurance. She has 2 prior DUI convictions. If convicted in this case, she faces a life term in prison. And a driver has pleaded no contest in connection with the police chase that ended in the death of his passenger. On April 20th, police tried to pull over a suspected stolen Chevy Tahoe driving recklessly in the area of South 8th Street and Plans Road. Police say that driver, 39-year-old Ishmael Gardia, crashed into a pole seconds after attempting to speed away from officers. He was arrested at the crash site while his passenger, Jesus Javier Ailman, ran into Plans Park. Police say Ailman fired twice at the officer chasing him, so the officer returned fire, killing him. Yesterday, the driver, Ishmael Gardia, pleaded no contest to a felony charge of recklessly evading police. 3 misdemeanor charges were dismissed. He is scheduled for sentencing November 29th. And now to your health watch. It's a typical pattern, whether it's flu or COVID. A spike in cases usually starts on the East Coast and then moves west. And we're seeing that right now with COVID, the flu, and RSV. 17's Michaela Armstrong has more on how Kern County hospitals are bracing for a potential triple-demic threat of serious respiratory illnesses.
RSV, one of the 3 viruses overwhelming hospitals across the nation, is hitting pediatric hospitals in Kern County. Children typically contract the virus by age 3, but they were shielded from it and other viruses during the pandemic lockdown. Now, according to Anila Chada of Dignity Health, cases are surging.
This is different in the sense that usually in most people or healthy children, it causes symptoms like common cold and fever. Not really a bad cough, and usually resolves in 1 week. Unlike in COVID, we saw that there were high fevers. In flu also, we can see very high fevers.
Kern County Public Health epidemiologist Kimberly Hernandez says the pandemic could change how quickly cases are identified.
We are much more attuned to our respiratory symptoms. We're much more likely to go to the doctor to get checked out, to get diagnosed than we were 5 years ago. And so part of that helps us to identify exactly what's going on instead of just saying, oh, I've got a cold, everybody's getting this cold. We're actually able to put names to these things.
Both doctors share it is important to protect yourself and your children as cases increase. To do so, Dr. Chada suggests to
watch for symptoms that are showing as if their condition is worsening, like the cough is not resolving, fever is not going away, the child is not eating as well, activity level is low, then that means that the baby or the child is not recovering as well. So you have to take them ER, especially if they're short of breath.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
Well, in business news, a report released today from the Commerce Department shows the cost of most goods and services continues to rise, up 6.2% in September from 12 months earlier. The so-called core prices, excluding volatile food and energy costs, rose 5.1% last month from a year before. The growing rate of high inflation has put pressure on the Fed to keep aggressively raising its key short-term interest rate in an effort to get rising prices under control. This report also shows consumers spent more last month, even after adjusting for inflation. Well, happening this weekend, it's the last weekend the lights will be turned on at Calm for their inaugural Autumn Nights. The zoo once again partnering with Light Tasmic, their longtime producer of their Holiday Lights event. You can head out to Autumn Nights tonight through Sunday to enjoy the family-friendly Halloween-themed light show. Take a ride on the Candy Corn Express train or get lost in their Craze Maze. You can also buy snacks like kettle corn and churros along with trick-or-treating. There are $15 tickets for adults, $12 for kids 4 to 15. Little ones under 3 get in free. And tomorrow, the Kern County Cancer Foundation is hosting their first picnic in the park. It's a kickoff event for their Camp Out Against Cancer event happening in March of 2023. Tomorrow's kickoff event at Stramler Park is happening from 10 to 4, bringing together survivors and Camp Out teams to energize the fundraising push heading into the Camp Out. It's free to the public with live music, children's activities, food trucks, vendors, costume contests, of course, a survivor celebration, and tons of information on how you can join in the fight against cancer and create a Camp Out team. There's also a Halloween car show happening tomorrow in the Southwest. The Bristol Cares Halloween car show will be at the Bakersfield RV Resort on Weible Road from 10 to 2. It's free with a trunk or treat through those featured cars, a costume contest, prize drawings, vendor booths, and food, of course, from the Crest Bar and Grill there. Also happening this weekend, CASA's annual Superhero Run is back. Superheroes soaring over to the park at Riverwalk this Saturday for the annual fundraiser supporting the court-appointed special advocates of Kern County. Runners can participate in a 2K, 5K, 10K with $25 entrance for kids, $40 pre-registration today for adults, but you can also just show up or register on their website, kerncasa.org. Plus, the next day, also at the park at Riverwalk, is the Monster Mash Dash this Sunday, a Halloween-themed annual race. The 5K run and walk starts at 8 a.m., and it also incorporates a Little Monster Dash with no timing or awards for the kids, though they will get a glow-in-the-dark finisher medal and an event shirt. Costumes are encouraged, of course, and you can learn more at runsignup.com. Then later on Sunday, Safe Halloween back at the Kern County Museum. Families will get to trick-or-treat through the historic Pioneer Village at the Kern County Museum. They'll also have a kids carnival and a dance under the stars with food and beverage vendors on site. The Spooky Fun returns on Sunday and Monday from 5 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $10 for kids ages 3 to 12, $5 for adults, and free for little ones under the age of 2, but they need to be with a paid adult. Tickets are available at the museum today, or you can go online at Eventbrite.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.